Hi, I'm Radiance. Join me on a journey to bring you enticing recipes where every video is a celebration of deliciousness, creativity, simplicity, and foodie inspiration. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite butters, a nut butter that is. We're going to be making it two ways. So we're going to be making a raw walnut butter and a creamy walnut butter. They're both pretty simple to make and doesn't require a lot of ingredients. So guess what you need? Walnuts. Yeah, that's it, walnuts. Now, yes, you can add things like salt, preferably a sea salt is my preference. You can add maple syrup to sweeten it. You can add a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla to make it a little bit dessert-like and sweet-like. But those things aren't essential. These are just raw butters, but you can add those things as well, and that'll be my suggestion. One more thing, when it comes to walnuts, I have these in a plastic bag because these were in the refrigerator. I recommend that you keep your walnuts, hazelnuts, walnuts, pistachios, all kind of nuts in your refrigerator. The reason being that if you leave them out, sometimes they can go rancid. And you won't always see it, but when you go to taste it, it's gonna have like a bittery, sour taste. Or sometimes you can smell it being rancid, and you don't want that. So you want to keep these as fresh as possible. If you can, store them in your refrigerator. For some reason you can't, make sure you taste them before you use them in anything like a nut butter. All right, so here we go. First we're going to start with preparing the walnuts for our creamy. I'm going to take a cup and a half. You can line a pan with parchment paper or foil. I'm just going to toss these in here. It's a half a cup. It's another half. And then it's a little bit more, but that's the measure. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it in your oven. I have a roll in here. And so I'm actually going to bake this at 300 degrees. And I'm going to set my timer for about 12 minutes. Okay? You don't need these to be super baked. You don't want to overbake it because then that will make the nuts bitter. You don't want to burn them either because then it's also going to give the nut butter a bitter taste. You just want to toast them slightly. And you can keep checking on them from time to time, but roughly about 12 minutes at 300. In the meantime, we're actually going to prepare the raw version, and this is a bit more like dense and just raw, just as it is. So I'm actually going to show you how to make that, and this is actually simple while we wait for that to go. So I'm going to take a little mini processor, and I'm going to put, let's see, maybe with another cup and a half. Might do a little bit more. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit more only because sometimes I need these to catch the blades. If you're using a regular food processor, not the mini one like I have here, you should have no problem with the blades. So, all right, and this is a little Ninja blender. You go and you just pulse it. And then you process it for a few minutes. You just keep going. Alright, I'm going to look at that right now. Just check on it real quick. And what you do is from time to time, you scrape it down. You scrape on the sides. Now sometimes you'll see recipes, and I've seen it myself, where they'll call for oil. You do not need to use oil, but these have natural oils that get released as you process them, and especially when you're baking it on a low heat, the oils are going to naturally come out, and that's what's going to make it nice and creamy and quick to process. So we're going to keep going. Check on it again. take off the top. And you're gonna scrape it down just like that. And see, it's gonna have like a crumbly little texture, just like that. A little crumble, that means you're in the right direction. But you just keep going. Keep processing this. Bottom part of this is actually going to process faster sometimes, depending on the kind of mixer you're using. But mine, it does that, and actually look, it comes up on the side just like that. I'm gonna scrape it down. I think I'm gonna have it go one more time. All right, only a few more minutes left on what I'm baking. Down, and I actually have some more left over. This is what it looks like when it's cold. It's a little bit more uniform. This is a little slightly warm, and all you have to do is just take some. Actually, I'm gonna take the blade out. I'm gonna mash it, and actually you can see this is what it looks like texturally. I don't know if you can see that, but it literally is a little. It's like a rough smooth, if that makes sense. And I'm just gonna place it right here in my jar. And just press it down with your fingers. It's gonna feel almost like a Play-Doh with a little bit of texture. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but that's what it reminds me of. And because I had some in here, this probably gonna have a little bit extra, but it's fine. Look at that. Isn't that nice and creamy? I'm gonna give it a little bit of taste. That's so good. Now, as I said, if you want to sweeten it, you can. I like to add a hint of sea salt, some maple syrup, a little bit of sea salt. I'm good to go. I'm actually going to leave this just like that. Okay, so I am excited because I can literally smell the walnuts toasting. It's just warm and whew, I'm excited. Okay, so watch. All right, let me smell it toasting. I'm going to take close it. See? Nice and toasty. All right. And you actually smell it. So I'm just going to put this back in. And be careful because these are warm. Maybe not hot, but you don't want to burn yourself. So be careful when you, oops, some of them are dropping. You just want to gently guide them into your food processor. You can actually use a spatula or a spoon. I'm just going to use my hands. Just like that. Alright. Right to a sticking. And here's a trick. If you're using parchment paper or foil, just take it out, fold it up, and slide your walnuts into your container. Easy peasy. And you can throw it out or reuse it. All right, here we go. Real simple. I'm just going to do that, and we're going to toast and then. Just blend it until you get to a consistency that you like. For this, we're going for creamy. For the roll, we were going for, raw, but smoothie, and you can see that. Can you see the inside of that? Yum. All right. Still a little on the crumblier side, but it's okay. It's okay. It's in your processor. My walnut butter in smoothies, but you can use this on toast. You could use it on your waffles or pancakes. You can even use it in your batters. If you are not sweetening it, you can use it in batters and then sweeten the batter, of course. But if it's, if you decide to sweeten this, especially with a maple syrup or like an agave, just know you want to adjust the amount of sugar and or sweetener that you are using in your recipe, whatever you're using it for. Now this, wow, this is, all right, I'm gonna blend it one more time, and I'm gonna show you what it is. But yeah, I use it for smoothies, but you can use it for whatever you like. And I would recommend store it in the fridge. Keep it out of your cupboard. What I was saying is make sure you store it in the fridge and keep it out of your cupboard, out of your other parts of your kitchen, so to speak. And the reason being is because there's no preservatives in these, right? And you don't want it to go bad on you, so put it in your refrigerator. If you have an excess, you can always freeze it. And I would say this should last in your refrigerator for at least a month or more. You'll know, but mine doesn't stay that long. My nut butter honestly doesn't last that long. I use it almost every day in a smoothie or something. So, okay, no. This is fine for me in terms of texture. I'm gonna take a jar. And I'm gonna show you, this is what it's looking like. Right, see? Feels almost like a dough. Okay, so good. And that's warm. So I could imagine that with some pancakes or waffle right now. Okay, and you just put that right into your jar. That is it. So we have your creamy walnut butter and your raw. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and like the video. Also, if you've made either version of these, or you have some other ideas of things you've made with them, comment, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you've used the walnut butter for. And if you've sweetened it or not, what flavors you've added to it. And also, if you want to see more recipes like this, please subscribe to my channel. And also click the link in my bio and join me in my free VIP group. Well, thank you once again for joining me, and you have a wonderful day.